you so much for joining the session today. This session is very, very critical because Engagely has come up with its new version along with the goals as well. So we got like goals 3.0. That's the surprise element that we have today. And we have simplified both goals and the system in such a way that it's very intuitive, right? No matter you are an admin or an employee or a manager, you would get to see the information as quick as possible with the minimal of clicks, right? So that's exactly what we're going to discuss on today's session. And let me go ahead and share my screen. I hope you all can see it, right? Can I get a thumbs up? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, amazing. Thank you. All right, so this is an experience lab session, and this happens like every quarterly. And the idea behind is to enhance your product experience with Engagely. And in these sessions, we will be discussing more on the new enhancement or the new features, whatever that we have come up with. And we'll be discussing more on the new experience. And that's why we call it as an experience labs. And in this session today, we'll be discussing more on how you can smoothly transition to Engagely's new Indigo. So we call this new version as Indigo and the Goals 3.0 seamlessly and to get a better experience. Smarter design, faster performance, enhanced goals, and seamless migration is what you would be able to see in the newer version. Going to the next slide. Some of you may know me, some of you don't. My name is G, and I'm part of the customer experience team with Engagely. And I am one of the senior solution consultant here. And my typical role would be onboarding and implementing the new clients and offering them the best use cases and providing them with the tailor-made like solutions and all that. Eventually, I'll be leading some of these sessions in terms of anything related to the new product enhancement or a new feature or a new UI, whatever that we have got so far. Moving to next, what is something new that we have got here? You know, the fact that Engagely, we always listen to your feedback and we'll be implementing changes here and now and then. So, accumulating all the feedbacks from the past 1 to 2 years, we have got the new version. So what you can expect in today's session, a deep dive discussion on how the new UI, that is the Indigo, would look and how to access it from the employee perspective, from a manager's perspective, and from the admin's perspective as well. Secondly, the new view of the goals. So we call it as Goals 3.0, enhanced version. And here we're going to discuss more on the cascade feature, which like most of you expected. And then how you can easily add contributors, how you can assign goals to multiple people at one go, and the reporting. So we have got a lot of features in the goals, and I'm pretty excited to show you all. And the next one is the growth, how you can set up your career aspiration along with the IDP. And it's goal, again, it's growth 2.0, the newest version in the new UI. And finally, enhanced Marisa AI. So we are just enhancing our ability towards the agentic AI to the next level. So that is what the Marisa AI is all about and more. We'll eventually touch base on some of the other features that we have got. And without delay, I'm going to stop sharing this and I'm going to share this one. I hope you all can see the Engagely screen, right? Okay, amazing. Thanks, Amy, for that. Yes, so this is the new look of the Indigo version that we have, right? So the moment anybody logs in, this will be the default landing page. And more or like in terms of the dashboard concern, the pending action, the overview of the goals, feedbacks, everything remains the same, okay? But how we have simplified for the admins, if you could look more closely towards the left side pan, the blue one, we have completely removed the home, teams, admin from the left side. Instead of that, we have added all the modules in the application. And we have made it in such a way that irrespective of any modules you get in, by default, you will see your feedback and managers can get to access their team's feedback and use the drop-down option, go to my org. All the admins can access the feedback data across the organization. And this is consistent across the modules. Say if you go to goals for a change, by default, any individual will see their goals owned by them or they're responsible for. And then underneath that, you have my team. So the managers can instantly, look into a glimpse of the goals data across their team. And similarly, as an admin, you go to my org overview, the similar dashboard. Nothing has changed much, but the approach has changed. So now you no need to toggle like back and forth between teams to admin to home. Everything in a single click. You can go to your own goals and you can go to your team goals and your org goals. Again, performance, it's the same. It is consistent across the modules. So my reviews, my team reviews, my organization reviews. So that's what we have simplified. And if you have any questions, please feel free to post it in the chat box. More than happy to help you. Moving forward, apart from the dashboard for the individual user, what else we have added here? We have added here something called tasks, which means to say any logged in individuals, any upcoming task or completed task, irrespective of any modules. It could be the 360 feedback that they are supposed to complete it by on so and so date, or it could be a performance review like self review that they have to complete it before the due date. All those overdue items will be appearing as a tasks list, a single task list across all the modules. Apparently, go to the dashboard, individual view. Managers can access their team data or the team information quickly. My team, click on overview, you would get to see a glimpse of everything in a single dashboard view for the managers. And if any one of you using our social module, we have a dedicated place now called Connect. This Connect will allow you to go ahead and access all the posts that has been recently posted or praises or any celebrations, everything. And moving into the people, this is the place where you can access your org directory now, right? So you go to the hierarchy, and this is the new view of the org chart. And unlike the previous version, you would be able to download this one. Okay. And moving into the store, if any one of you using our rewards module, there is a dedicated place where you can go to store and you can redeem your points against any of the available vouchers, irrespective of your locations. And then the custom rewards, which is nothing but the managed by your organization. And you'd get a report on the points redeemed, which is the same. So a dedicated place for the rewards. There is a question from Douglas. Will the menu bar on the left-hand side be customizable? If you don't use intranet module, it can. Yes, absolutely. It is customizable. You know what to do if you're an admin, you go to the settings and go to apps and just turn off the intranet. It will not show up. And if you're not using rewards, the store would be turned off from here. Yes, Sergio, great question. Yes, the translations are still available in this version too. I hope that answers both of your question. Moving forward to the apps. So this is the place where it doesn't matter you are an employee or an admin or a manager. You can simply go ahead and click on any of the modules that you want, and you can start, accessing it either from individual perspective or a manager's perspective or an admin perspective. And in terms of the dashboard, we have not changed much. It remains the same. Doesn't matter, it's for the admins or the managers, more or like the same. And we have the goals directory, more or like the same. And you have an option to export with maximum number of columns here. So this is another best part and the issue that we have fixed. Earlier, there was a struggle in downloading a report with the goals along with the appropriate key results. Now, this report would solve that issue, providing you a constant report with the goals, associated key results in a single row. And all the top level goals have been placed here. And we have bifurcated that in such a way that anybody can access the top level goals. And by default, it will show all goals and then organization level goals, department goals, and business unit level goals. And if you're not part of any business unit or department, eventually, you will not see those goals. And there is an option to minimize this. Right. And if you are an admin or a manager or a department admin, you can go ahead and create your department or an org or a business unit goal directly from here. So now, before I could go ahead and talk about how the goals have been evolved and what are the new changes in the goals module and everything, any questions so far? Anybody can feel free to unmute and you can ask your questions. More than happy to help.
G, I have one question. You keep talking about how the admin can go through and access the information
Yes.
just the same as anyone can, but the back end settings, where would we go for the back end settings? Is it still underneath the settings on the left?
You're right. The same
Okay,
place, settings.
okay, thank you.
Yep. So there are two questions again. I'm assuming we would be responsible for funding the rewards. 100% yes. It's more like a prepaid usage, right? So you gotta add the funds, and based on the funds or the budget available, people can redeem against the rewards. And Mackenzie, is this update getting rolled out automatically? Absolutely not, right? You can reach out to your AMs, or we have already sent out few communications. And at the end of the session, I'm also going to launch a poll. If anybody is interested for a switch, we can do it immediately because the changes has been already deployed, and there are uh, almost like 30 to 40% of our clients have been already switched, right? So it's up to you when you wanted to get a switch, and we would recommend to get you switched like immediately so that you would be able to get a better experience. That's all. All right. Before we could get into the goals, I also wanted to touch base on another critical item here, which is nothing but the analytics. So this analytics will be exclusively available only for the admins and the CXOs. Okay. For an example, when you go to the analytics, you would get to see an overview of your user data and then productivity, which includes goals. And if you wanted to add any cycle, say this one, and you can access the performance review data here. And again, if you switch to the learning and development, you would get to see all the 360 feedback data in an overview, feedbacks, learner engagement level in terms of the LXP and the learning, and then the IDPs. Employee engagement, purely the engagement survey, satisfaction, the team pulse, and the other surveys, right? So this dashboard is again exclusively available only for the admins and anyone with the CXO permission. And you are allowed to click on each one of these graphs, and you can download it as same as the other charts that you get in the other modules. Okay. Again, there is a question. Jess, is there an option not to switch asking in case my leadership is afraid of making a change this year. Absolutely, right? But it cannot be permanent. Eventually, like, you have to switch. But like, you can have a discussion with your account manager. And we also provide you some strategic ideas about like switching you to the new UI at your like, own preferred timeline. It can be discussed. Andrea, are the analytics downloadable? Yes, you are allowed to click on these items and you can download. And yes, you're right. It is downloadable. All right, now let's quickly get into the goals module. And there was a quick action button in the previous version, right? If you guys were surprised, it's actually replaced to the right side of it. So if you go and click on this plus symbol, you can access the same the quick activities that you would be able to do. So one among us, add a goal. So to be very honest, in terms of workflow, we have not changed anything much. Say for an example, in order to create a goal, you need a title. This is the title, and you would be assigning it to the owner, and then set the duration. It could be a custom one or the one on the list. And then measurement type, it's the same. Now we have an open integration available with Jira, Salesforce, and Google Sheet for the automation, right? And then categories and setting up reminders. So you can see that as per the workflow, it remains the same. 4 to 5 elements, you are ready to publish a goal. Title, owner information, duration, measurement type, and then the notification frequency, the reminder. Now, what is something new that we have? When you're drafting this goal, now you would get two options. One, either to create a key results or a sub goal. So in the previous version, we did not add something called sub goal. Now we are giving you the leverage to create your sub goal at the time of drafting the main goal. Okay. And then the AI remains the same as the old UI, but we have placed that on the top right corner. Click on that and you can ask Marisa anything. Say for an example, help me create a goal to launch Engagely before the end of Q3, something like this. Hit generate. You have the goal and suggested key results. So for an example, if you don't want key results and you want just the goal, and this could be a goal, and you have the start and an end date, measurement type, and everything. Say if you want to cascade the same goal to multiple people. So this was the major missing in the previous version because you have to go through multiple steps. So we heard your feedback. Provided, here comes the cascade option. So I can simply hit cascade. And if I'm a manager, I can choose my team directly and select everyone at one go and hit next. Now you can see the same goal has been cascaded to my team. And if I want, there is an option on the top right to enable the weightages for each contributors, right? So in this way, each one of the team members is going to contribute to the main goal. So you are cascading a single goal to multiple people in a single click. You can, the moment you hit publish, it will be published. And this is the main goal. All these will be the contributing goal. And each one will be contributing. This is one scenario that we could see. Similarly, if you wanted to cascade to everyone in the organization as an admin, you can do that. Even you can cascade the same goal to 100 or 200 people, doesn't matter. All you need to do is select everyone, hit next, wait until it get loads and publish. That's all. Second scenario. Okay, there is a question. Carrie, can you edit the cascaded goal for different team members? 100%. Yes, you can do that. So if your question is, if the goals has been already cascaded, But if you wanted to edit and change or switch that particular cascaded goal to another team member, you can. Yes. Can you bulk edit the goals like updating an Excel and uploading the changes? You cannot bulk edit, but we have got something else for you. So I will address that in some time. Okay. All right. Again, yeah, moving back to the second scenario. The first scenario, we discussed about the cascade. The second one, adding a key result, which is a very simple task, as same as the old UI. If not, okay, sorry. You can also add a sub goal. See, the only difference is you no longer have to convert any key results to a goal. At the time of drafting the goal, you can either create that as a key result or a sub goal. Now you can have this in such a way that you have a goal and you can create a sub goal like this. Okay. And underneath the sub goal, you can create another key result. So now eventually while drafting a goal, you would be able to form like multiple layers, right? Your goal, your sub goal, and the key results. That's the best part. Okay, say for an example, we have this goal created and ready to be published. And I go to goals. I simply add this as a goal, and I'm publishing this. Okay, third scenario. Once the goal is published, now if I do not want to cascade this goal to multiple people, rather, if I wanted to assign this goal to multiple people, just click on these three dots, copy and assign only goals or goals with key results. I choose goals with key results, simply copy, and this will take you to, again, the same org page or my team. Simply click everyone and assign. Simple. So now you have an ability to create a goal and copy and assign that along with the key results to multiple people at one go. Doesn't matter it's for a team or for the entire organization. Amy Moy, when you cascade a parent goal, are you also cascading the sub goals and key results automatically? That is a great question. No. So basically, when you, okay, coming back to this, this way you're copying and assigning it to different people. So this becomes a individual goals for each one of the employee when you copy and assign it. Okay. But when you choose cascade, even here, you can also choose cascade, which is nothing but contributing to the copying goal. So when you do that, typically you are contributing towards the main goal. You are not an individual goal. That's not an individual goal. It's just a contributing goal. So that's the ideal difference between copy and assign and cascading. Cascading, contributing goal to a main goal. Copy and assign, it'll work like a standalone goal. It's an individual goal, basically. And again, to show you a bit more clear in a clear way. So instead of like, give me 1 minute. If you add a goal, okay, uh, along with the key results, now it's ready. So instead of publishing it, if you cascade it, it will cascade only the main goal, not the key results. So if you want to, just in case, even cascade that key results or sub goals or whatever it is, all you need to do is publish that goal, and open the goal, copy and assign. Then you can choose the goals or goals with key results, select everyone, and choose this option. So there is an option. Okay. So just in case if you wanted to cascade your complete goal along with your key results or sub goals, you can do that. But you have to just follow an additional step. So these are the different scenarios that you could explore. First, cascading a goal to multiple people. Second, creating a goal with the key results or with a sub goal. And the fourth scenario would be creating a goal, publishing it, copy and assign it to multiple people at one go. Either it will go as an individual goal or you can make it as a contributing goal again. What else, something new that you could expect here? So this is the new look of the individual view. So as an individual, it's my goal. When I click on it, I will see all of my other goals on the left side, and I can click each one of it and I can access my goal. We do have something called to-do list. So if a manager is accessing the employee's goal, if the employee is accessing their goal themselves, doesn't matter. You can create some to-do list. It could be used for your monthly check-in or a weekly check-in or whatever it is. So during those reviews, you would be able to access those to-do list and rest of the check-in history, the progress graph, inviting someone to have a discussion with, everything remains the same. Any questions so far? Okay. Let me also walk you through another scenario, right, from an executive view or a perspective of it. So when you go to the top level goals, as I told you, for rest of the individuals, they can access and view only the top level goals, but only for the admins, they have the capability to create a top level goal. Okay. So when you create a top level goal, say for an example, I'm just calling it as project launch. Okay. And then this could be your org level goal, for an example. Okay. And you can just go ahead and create this or publish this, or you can still go to sub goal, make this sub goal to a department goal or a BU goal. Simple, right? And when you save this, what happened? There is a org goal and you have a department goal. So you're instantly cascading it. Okay. And if you wanted to look into a more broader view, so let me publish this. So this is that org goal. Let me go ahead and click on the hierarchy, view hierarchy. Okay. Now you have this organization goal and you have the business unit goal. Just in case if you want to add a contributor, just click here directly. Okay. And then add as a sub goal and make this as a department level goal. Say call it as project launch for LXP, something like this, and you save this. Now look at the view. You have the org goal, you have the business unit, and you have the department. I believe this was not available in the previous version. Now you will be able to instantly cascade the top level goals to the bottom level by just clicking on this contributor and either create a key result or a sub goal directly from here and you can cascade. Okay, there is a question. Carrie, Can we provide permissions for anyone else to create a top level goals? Yes, possibly anyone with the CXO access. Yes. These executive leaders should have the ability to create top level goals in the organization. Yes, 100%. The moment you make someone as a CXO, they would be getting an ability to access the analytics as well as they can create the top level goals. Yes. And Paula, how do you change it to an aligned goal instead? So it's the same concept, right? Instead of after creating a goal, say for an example, let me show you that. So you go here and add a goal, and probably this is your goal, and create this as a department goal individually, like this, say corporate, save and publish. Now you have that goal here, right? And then there is an option to align. You click on align and you go to organization level goal or the department, and anything that you want to align, you can align it. See, the align functionality remains the same, but now there are like most easiest way than alignment for any a CXO or any top level executive team member to access their like top level goals like this, and adding the contributors instantly from here. Say there's no need to manually go ahead and align it. Instead, it can be automatically done in this way, in the name of Cascade. But if you still wanted to follow that approach, absolutely you can do that. We still have that align option available, and you can align it. Anybody matters. Okay, so that's another best part, getting a complete hierarchy and giving you an ability to add a goal or a sub goal or a key result directly from that hierarchy view. So that's one of the best part I like about the new UI. I mean, in terms of the Goals 3.0. Apart from this, what is something that new that we have included is this has also been a long-term ask from a lot of existing customers. You also could have been one of them. It's nothing but giving you an ability to download a report that should include the comments that you have added in the goals, right? So whenever you update a goal, uh, when there is an option to add a comment, right? Now you have an ability to even export these comments. So that's another good one. And you can also now probably decrement, it's not only the increment, you can also have a measurement type or can be set up to decrement value, and that will define your goal. So not only incremental, even the decremental like -10, -15, 25, even that can be measured. All right. So in short, that's pretty much about like, how you manage the new goals with the new features that we have got. And rest of the pieces and the workflow remains the same. And you have an option to export the goal. And as an admin, you have an option to, so the moment you go to my org admin, you click on the three dots, you have an option to import the goal. Functionality remains the same. Download the format and you can import the goals, and identifying the users with goals, without goals, clicking on it, looking into the progress of the goals, and managers or admins can still access the goal, update the goal directly or add a to-do list. Everything can be done, or nudge them with your customized message. So these all remains the same, more or like the same. And again, one more new element that you can find in the goals module is if you are an admin, if you're accessing the goals, you would be finding a settings, not this one. There would be another setting available. I think this is also consistent across all the modules. So when you go to the settings, you can access all the goal settings or the goal related settings right here. So again, you no longer have to go to the settings and then engage the apps and go to search for goals and go to the settings now. And again, as I told you, the moment you go to the feedback, there is a settings here for the feedback. And the moment you go for growth, there is a setting here for the growth. Performance, there is a setting available here. So instant access to the settings that you could manage. All right, there's another question from Mackenzie. If you update a cascaded goal or copied goal, will all the goals be updated at the same time? Yes, only for the cascaded goal, right? Not for the copied goal, because as I told you, copied goal will go as an individual goal until unless you mark it as a contributor. The moment you mark it as a contributor, that becomes a cascaded goal. And yes, each progress made on that contributing goal will be, there will be a progress on the main goal. So yes, for cascaded, no, it doesn't make any progress for the copy goal until unless if it is an individual goal. Any other questions? Or is there any other, a module or something that you wanted to, have a quick look into it? How we can update more than one goal? Okay, here's a question from Jess again. How can we update more than one goal? Okay, sub goal and key results at a time. For example, if you wanted to move the deadline for 20 goals, do we have an one by one at a time? See, unfortunately, no. You cannot bulk update any goals. If it is a contributing goal, each one can update something and the main one would eventually get progress. But currently, the only way that I could think of doing that is again using the import functionality. So there is an option that you could use in the import. Sorry, still in the performance goals. My org overview and goals import. So there's an option to update existing goals. So this is the format that you could use and download all the existing goals and mark your progress and import it. And this is the only way to bulk update all the goals at one go. Andrea, where is the import upload store right now? I mean, I didn't get your question properly. So if you're asking within the system, where does it get stored? In the goals module itself, nowhere else. So if you are importing goals and if you have already defined the owner of the goal, and that will automatically start showing up on the person's profile. Can you add a contributing goal into the performance module? Yes, absolutely. So that's a great question. Yes, but it will not just fetched as a contributing goal. In the performance review, the whole goal will be fetched, including the main goal. So they have to click on it and access the goal that they are responsible for. And again, there is a way that an employee can look into the goal, only to the goal that they are contributing, not the rest of the contributing goals. So in that way, in the performance review, you would know the contributing goal of an employee with the main goal. I hope that answers your question. So again, to reiterate it, yes, the goals will be fetched to the performance review, all the contributing goals. However, that will be available under the main goal. So the main goal also will be visible and accessible during the performance review. Michelle, yes, absolutely. Thank you for sharing that because in terms of goals, that's pretty much about it. Let's quickly go ahead and show you what are the changes that you could see in the performance, first of all. See, in terms of launching the review, it remains the same. Maybe when you're accessing it from a manager view or an admin view, you might see the, some change or a, kind of a, just the change in the overview page. However, when you click on the manage, everything remains the same. The way you add employees, the way you go to analytics and settings to manage the cycle settings, everything remains the same. There is no major change in the performance review, just that the overview. Okay. And if you ask me a question, G, where we can go ahead and configure the template and cycle, you need to just go to the settings. This is the only change. And this is the place where you can access your cycles. Now it has been bifurcated properly between focal point, hire date, and anniversary. And still you can go to manage templates. All the templates are placed here. So this is the major change, the only major change that you could expect in the performance review. The placement of the templates and the cycle, and the way the manager and the employee access their team data, and the way the cycle, the overview dashboard looks. But the moment you get into the manage, it remains the same. And again, going to surveys as per Michelle's request, um, it remains the same. Nothing have changed, right? Say now on the top right corner, I'll get an option to access the library, or I can launch. I can either launch a general survey or an engagement survey. So everything remains the same. And all the active surveys, past responses, everything can be accessed here. And again, going to the 360 feedback, which there is also something important. Just the overview page has been changed, but when you get into the cycle, when you click on manage, it remains the same. And where you set up that cycle and template, same as the performance, go to this setting. You can create your cycles and your template. Pretty easy to navigate UI, and not going to make a major difference. But yes, you will feel more comfortable and more, it will give you like more intuitive feeling. That's for sure. Okay, having said that, if you guys do not have any questions, I have something to ask. So I'm just launching a poll now. Uh, could you please go ahead and answer this? I just wanted to know how many of you have already switched to the new Indigo? How many of you are considering to switch? Okay. And I think we got like 20 seconds more. I think some of you can still go ahead and answer that. Okay, I think we got 29 responses, out of which it's a excitement factor, though. Yes, 59% of you guys are interested to considering for a switch. Then please reach out to your AM, and we can either switch you guys immediately upon your preference because it's already ready to deploy. And if you have a timeline in mind, you can also inform that to your account managers or solution consultants. So we are here to help you guys. And finally, there is one more thing. Give me 1 minute. Uh, All right, this helps. Thank you so much. And Michelle, one more question. I put no on the survey, but we would like to switch no for not using it now. That's okay. No problem. You can use it anytime that you want. But yes, that's a good one. So again, that's pretty much about the overview, a quick overview of the new UI and what you can expect from the Goals 3.0 and how does the placement looks like in terms of the modules and how we are approaching the different roles like admins, managers, and the admins in the new UI. Finally, when you go to the settings, there is one item that we have added here called talent management. So under talent management, you would be able to manage your proficiency scales for your skills and competency framework, and you can manage your competencies here. And now we have an ability to set up the career framework for the growth module, and you can set up your career paths and everything, manage your growth hub. So we have incorporated all the everything that related to an employee's development or a career aspiration or the growth under the talent management, including skills, competencies, job titles, career paths, growth hub, everything. And to give you a quick sneak peek of growth, if you're interested, so this is how the new career path, the growth module would look like. Again, the view is the same. My growth hub is an individual view. Managers can go to my team and a quick insights of the overview, and admins, my org, a quick insights. And what is something new that we have got here? So if you are an individual who is working on, your career path, you can explore new career paths like this, and you can choose your aspired role, and you would get to see what are the roles that you should be in to become your aspired role. So the career path can be instantly set. This is from an individual perspective. And Marisa, the AI will help you in recommending a development plans based on your aspired role. And you can endorse your current skills versus required skills. And if you are a and again, Marisa will help you in even finding you the gaps and filling the gap in terms of suggesting you the courses from our LXP and also suggesting you the development plans. And if you're a manager or an admin, when you go to the overview dashboard, you would get to see a future ready candidates who have completed their career paths, and then skill gap analysis, irrespective of all the teams or the departments, and a skill distribution tile exclusively available for the managers and the admins. So if you want to know, for an example, if there is an active opening for a role in your organization, you want to know which of your employee or which of your team member have got that skills. So active listening, 100%. Click on that. You would get to see the list of people in your team or in your organization who got that skills. So you would be able to instantly identify those employees who got that relevant skills for that particular role. So we have completely enhanced this growth module to the next level. We are not only creating IDPs, you can also set your career path, select your aspired role, work towards your career aspiration, and you can do many more things in the using our growth module. And creating a development plan remains the same with the milestones and everything. That process, we have not changed anything on that. It remains the same. But currently, you can create a development plan as part of your career paths. So that's how it's going to relate with each other. Okay. If you do not have any questions, I'm just going to show you what's coming up in next quarter or so. We are going to come up with the agentic AI for a smarter people first workplace. It's nothing but we're going to place Marisa, it's like an agentic AI on the homepage. So it can answer or it can it can help you with everything. It's more like, it's going to answer any of your questions directly. It will also identify, for an example, if you want to set up a meeting, and if you want Marisa to identify the better scheduled time based on your availability that day, Marisa will look into your calendar and it's going to suggest you the better time. So that's one of the examples that I can give. And other new features Down the line in the roadmap or the radar, we have advanced analytics, analytics is going to come up, and intermodule alignment and integration with a few other platforms that are in talk. So these are some of the immediate and the upcoming changes that you could expect. And you could also expect a session like this, wherein I will be able to walk you through on any kind of a new features that has been deployed recently. Let me know if you have any questions. If not, thank you so much for your time again. I hope the session was productive and helpful for you. I will see you in the next session. Thank you.